Purpose of this video is going to show how you can pivot from an unrelated field into the IT industry. In this video, we're going to talk about three main topics. First up is going to be tailoring your resume to match your experience. Next, we're going to talk about volunteering for IT-related tasks within your current organization or maybe additional duties. Third and final, we're going to talk about talking to your boss about any sort of training opportunities that may be available to you. So let's start with the first. How do you tailor your resume to match what your experience is? And this is if you're in an unrelated field, you want to pivot to IT, you want to speak to what your current roles and responsibilities are and how they're transferable to the IT industry, what you're looking to do. So got a couple of examples here. First would be, say you're in the automotive industry and you work customer support. Reword the job announcement responsibilities within your resume as it relates to the position that you held if you're applying for a customer support position. Emphasize the number of users that you interact with, metrics like responding to X amount of customers or tickets over X time frame. Some skills are transferable. Your people communication skills, your troubleshooting methodology, your time management, prioritizations, emphasize that. That is transferable across all career fields. People are looking for that. Soft skills are always transferable. Say you work in sales. Again, your interpersonal skills, emphasize those and think how it's going to benefit your potential employer. Tie in keywords like life cycle and project management if it's relevant. You could say, as a sales representative for the automotive industry, I ensured customer life cycle needs are met and initiated the purchase process. I managed a project valued at XX dollars, whatever it is, over the course of the duration of the project, however you want to word it, but not related to IT. But if you're looking for like an IT project management role, and you've done similar related stuff within your job, aside from the IT centered, equipment and hardware things they may be looking for, this is at least still relevant. And all of this is relevant if you're trying to get a job in, like, say, help desk or something tier 1 level. But yeah, again, just because it wasn't accomplished in an IT centered role, it doesn't mean that your experience isn't transferable. And I got a point on that at the end of this video. But moving on to the second thing you got to do is volunteer for any and all IT-related tasks within your current organization. I can't speak to all. Everybody's going to be a little bit different, but from my previous work history, there's always duties like the equipment custodian or the inventory management individual, basically somebody who's going to be responsible for the equipment at least within a section, there's a couple other things. But what if your coworkers are having general computer issues? Be that go-to guy. Help them troubleshoot it. And your resume bullet can say something like, you trained office personnel on automation equipment and a wide variety of software applications. You still did it. It wasn't your primary role or responsibility, but it was something you were, I would say, proficient in if you did it enough. If it's brought up during the interview, be candid and honest. You performed this regularly as the go-to IT guy in a non-IT centered department. People looked at you for resolution with Microsoft suite of applications or whatever. Like, that still speaks volumes to a potential employer. If there's an additional duty within the organization, we already talked about that, but like your IT equipment custodian or like an inventory manager, just request to be included on the appointment letter if you can, or however your company handles that. Just say, hey, please include me as a primary or alternate in this additional duty role. So a lot of people shy away from those extra duties, but if you're looking to make a transition, that's a good way to be able to officially include this into your resume as something like, hey, I was the IT equipment custodian for 3 years working this automotive customer support role. I was responsible for all IT assets within our organization. Above us, probably the IT department, is responsible for maintaining the hardware integrity and all that, but you sign for the equipment. If something was wrong, you send it to them. Maybe you can pick up something on the way, like how to troubleshoot something minor, but It's a good way to find a resume bullet, a filler. Also, volunteer to give general troubleshooting or Office Suite training. Teach others how to maximize the full functionality of Outlook, or provide how-to guides on things like using the company's VPN, or tips or tricks with Microsoft Teams, that kind of stuff. Whatever your company utilizes for software applications, go become an expert in it. Go watch some tutorials on YouTube. See general tips and tricks of what other people are using with the software. See, identify a problem within your company that could be resolved by using this, and then bring it up to your bosses, or however you can elevate that. But that, again, another resume bullet, something you can include on your resume to say you've done, or you can also seek a certification in different applications and software, suites and stuff. Microsoft has a ton of those, but yeah, that's it. This can all be incorporated in your resume as like IT related experience, so just volunteer as much as you can. Moving on to the third and final point of the video, just talk to your boss about training opportunities. This one could be a stretch. It's highly dependent on where you're coming from, but maybe your organization, the place you work for, has this standalone system that just it's not fully managed by the IT section. It just regularly needs to be maintained. It's got to be patched, both software updates from a vendor or security updates from like Microsoft, whatever the case is. Like regularly you have to be the individual that patches this or updates some small features and functionalities, whatever the case is, but just become an expert of, like, say, this system. If it requires formal training by a provider to manage this, then seek out a request through your boss to say, hey, I want training on this. Can you send me to the vendor that operates this system so I can become an expert at this thing? And then, again, include this on your resume as general experience over like a standalone system. Like, I have mastered the use of this standalone system. I'm certified in it with this vendor for this purpose, and I have X years experience, so much. But that looks good too, and that also shows initiative for you as the employee to go out there and seek additional workload, something that's outside your core responsibilities. So that may not appear that way, but that is identified from a hiring manager's perspective. They're going to look at that. They're going to see that this guy goes above and beyond, which everybody likes to hear, and that you're actually interested in the material. It's not something like that you're mandated to do. It's not training that you have to go through and sit through an only halfway listen. Like, no, you sought out the opportunity to learn about this piece of equipment, and then you're training other people on it, or you're improving the functionality of its use within your organization. That sounds better to me. Or if there's like a class that's offered by your local IT department, sometimes they'll provide a 1-hour training on Microsoft Office suite of applications, Microsoft Teams, different hardware that's going to be sent out to all the organizations soon, whatever it is. But anything that comes across to your email box that you see that you would normally ignore, go for it. Just try it. Learn something new. That's really the goal, like a big goal of this video, is go learn something new. Find a way to incorporate it into your resume. But anytime you're pivoting, any training, experience, education that you can relate to an IT role, it just needs to be incorporated in the resume. You're in a different spot than like a new college grad. You have proven work experience, and you need to showcase that as best as possible, like as best as you can. That's pretty much it. That's really all I wanted to cover on this. If you're interested, like and subscribe for more. I have a lot more video ideas for individuals to pivot into IT, landing a government IT job, resume tips and tricks, a lot more coming down the pipes. But yeah, I hope this helps somebody. Take care.